Channel. This is Ryan Aranda here, my best life Paraguay. And today we're going to be checking out Passport Bro's channel, right? Self-proclaimed Passport Bro. I had a one-on-one conversation with this dude. I want to say like half a year ago, maybe even longer than that, right? I think his name is Casey. Right. I'm not going to promote his channel. I mean, if you guys like his content, go right ahead and follow whatever. But personally, like, I'm just gonna do a reaction video because a few of you sent me this video, and I kind of completely forgot about dude. In fact, he came under heat. What was it, like? I want to say over half a year ago, right? And I think he deleted the original video, but Abba and Preach and several others did a reaction video on him, Casey, right? Because he titled his video "Why I Only Date Teenagers as a 36-year-old man." Now, I know what he was trying to say. He was trying to say that I don't have an issue dating 18, 19 and above, right? But because he titled it that way, and because his vibes were kind of off and stuff, like, a lot of people came at him hard. I mean, Abba and Preach alone has 735,000 views on that reaction video, right? And it's very obvious to tell too, man, because I know women down here, man, and like a lot of these girls, like, he's not authentically dating a lot of these girls. A lot of these girls are party girls. Some of them are probably pros. You know what I mean? I don't take it away that, I'm sure he maybe has had a couple girlfriends or something. Oh, I guess he did. I guess he collabed with Austin Holloman? I didn't know that I knew that. Oh wait, did he even collab? He's doing this completely by himself. Or maybe they did meet. I don't know, man. Whatever. But anyways, man. So he really kind of shot himself in the foot. And I know I was a much smaller channel. I am a much smaller channel. I think he's like 12,000, something like that. But anyways, I reached out to him. I was like, look, man, I know what you were trying to say on the video. And like, I invited, like, hey man, like, I heard by word of mouth that you're here in Paraguay, right? This was a while ago, right? And so I reached out. I was like, hey, if you want to do a video, we could talk about dating. I could talk about the Paraguayan side. You want to talk about the Brazilian side? If you have any experience here, we can, like. And I didn't tell him the next thing, because I was like, look, man, I know what you were trying to say. It's like it's more pleasant to date, like, younger women, right? Like, obviously 18 and above. Which what he was trying to say, but he did the clickbait stuff, and people were coming at him. So I was trying to, like, do an interview or just a conversation about trying to clean up his reputation a little bit, right? Because he came under a lot of heat, right? And he said that he didn't want anybody to know that he was in Paraguay. And I was like, okay, no problem, man. I'll respect that. You know what? I'll keep my word, and I won't even tell nobody you're here. Okay, so. Until this video popped up, I had the craziest dating experience in Asunción, Paraguay. So guess what? There's no secret I need to keep anymore. And I haven't seen this yet, right? This was shared with me by a couple of you guys. So this is completely raw reaction, what we're going to dive into, right? But in general, I just will say off the bat too. Actually, no, I'll wait, and I'll save that part till later, because I want to see if he keeps true to his word, what he told me, or if he starts veering off, because it's going to be very interesting to me, right? If what holds true back then when I talked to him, I want to say 6, 7, 8 months ago, till now. Anyways, I'm gonna stop, and we're just gonna get into this. Okay.
Asunción, Paraguay is officially the new Medellín, and if it were a website, the domain would be called hotgirlswithdorks.com. So I am deeply embedded in all the big passport bro circles, right? All the Telegram chats, all the WhatsApp groups. People DM me on Instagram. They tell me, oh, yeah, we tried here and this place is amazing. You should come here. And then I ask my friends in my own personal group chats, and I go and I check out all these places. Asunción, Paraguay. Look how beautiful the girls are. This is like an Instagram page that we found there, like one of the top nightclubs there. The girls are beautiful. You got to give them that. But unfortunately, the rumors were false. The rumors being that it was the new Medellín. The girls were just as beautiful, only they didn't have tattoos and they weren't as many, let's say, hookah lounges there. They were just as beautiful, but they didn't have the tattoos. They didn't do drugs like the girls from Medellín. And there weren't as many hookah lounges because, in Medellín, there's a lot of hookah lounges, if you know what I'm saying. Well, unfortunately, the rumors were false, but they are beautiful. Again, this is showing from an Instagram page. We actually have a software that finds girls on Instagram for you. Now, this is showing like obviously like girls with like public profiles that are like tagged in like a public page, but our software goes deeper and finds the private profiles so that you could like have a list of all the hottest girls in your area and not have to be stuck on dating apps where you have like a 9-to-1 ratio. You're in a weird algorithm built by nerds, can't match the hot girls. I just message girls on Instagram. I don't have to match with them first. They're hotter, they're more receptive, less flaky. If you want our software, go to my Instagram and message me the word scraper. But anyway, back to Asunción, Paraguay. So yeah, like the rumors were all that like there's no pay-for-play going on and this and that. And they're so beautiful. And I was like super stoked to go there. And this video is actually inspired by Paul the German. Oh, and by the way, we'll get back to Paul the German in a second. For all you guys who want to say in the comments right now, why is this guy being so negative? And every time he reviews a city on his YouTube, first it was Guadalajara. He said how much Guadalajara sucks. Now he's going on a rant saying like he struggled in Asunción, Paraguay. Can't this guy do well anywhere in any dating market? What benefit do I get about sharing the good dating markets with you brokies who don't pay me? The guys who are in my program, the guys who want to consult with me, I spill the beans on all the best dating markets. There's nothing more important than in terms of dating than the location you're in. It's not your height. It's not if you have like a super awesome beard that like you're beard maxing like level 9,000. It's not being tall, rich. It's simply the location that you are in. And obviously I get a lot of success. I even got some success in Asunción, Paraguay. I mean, let's stop the B-roll of the girls for a second, editor, and let's put some just clips of me, like one of those mashup videos that I put on my Instagram. Clearly these girls that I'm kissing, dancing with, hanging out with, they got to come from somewhere. Like I am getting a lot of success. I don't mean to be negative here on my YouTube, but I gatekeep the best cities. I don't want to tell you brokies about them because you have to pay me. But listen, there's still a lot of value in this because here's the thing.
Okay, that holds true. That holds true. That's actually what I was gonna say. He did tell me that he was gatekeeping this place, right? He was gatekeeping Asunción. And it's not just because like yes, we do have beautiful women here. To some guys, they may not be the most beautiful women, but they're still incredibly beautiful, right? And so that holds true because he certainly did tell me that he does want to gatekeep. But if you have that mindset, I don't know. Like, if you're not going to tell us the full story, then how are we going to know the full story? You know what I mean? Okay, we're only 3 minutes in the video, so let's keep going.
Sometimes like it's good to know like what to do or where to go, but knowing what not to do or what or where not to go in some ways can be just as valuable as, knowing where to go. So at least I save you guys from like stepping on landmines here. I tell you about like the bad dating markets. If you want to know the good ones, unfortunately, you got to stop being a fucking brokey. Look, you have a guy that's been living in Latin America for 10 plus years now. I'm fluent in Spanish. I'm getting really good at Portuguese. I've been traveling the world out of like 2 large suitcases, plus a carry-on, plus a backpack for the last 2 years, trying all these dating markets so that you schmucks don't have to like benefit from my wisdom, benefit from my experience. Okay, anyway, Paul the German.
Benefit from me, you guys, you brokies and you schmucks. Jesus Christ. This dude is, man, oh my God, man. He's just, you don't give a fuck, man. He don't care, dude. He literally is calling his clientele, who he wants to be his customers, schmucks and brokies. I'm like, bro, anytime that I've ever used the word brokey, I'm completely joking, man. But he uses this shit serious, just like Andrew Tate.
This video's inspired by him. He had a date with like a super hot girl. I don't think I could probably show her, but also if I have permission, if you see it on the screen right now, I'm showing Paul the German. If I don't have his permission, I'm not showing Paul the German, but he's basically a Chad. He's basically, you know, like what Hitler wanted to create, like the Aryan master race, like a 5'11", 6 foot, good looking blonde German guy with blue eyes and like low body fat and like a cut by like, you're like the type of guy you think girls would just be lining up for all throughout Latin America, right? But let's hear his experience.
We get the picture, bro. Oh my gosh. Okay, so another thing, man. He films every single girl that he's kissed. Like every single one. I don't follow his Instagram anymore, man. Cause like, you know, he was in Brazil, like on, you know, balconies, just like slapping girls' asses and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, that's gonna get you in trouble. That's gonna get you in trouble somewhere down the line, you know. Maybe not today, but you know, and he's found himself in precarious situations, man. He has. He's talked about it, you know. But like the reason that I don't like that is because I don't want to normalize that, because y'all don't understand, man. Like there could be somebody's like cousin watching that they don't like the way that you just treated their cousin, or just put her on a fucking viral pedestal. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, yeah, I've dated girls that look just like that too, but like, dude, I try to be a gentleman whenever it comes to the Instagram, that kind of stuff, you know. So I don't know, man. This is just he talks about not wanting to pay for play stuff, and maybe he's not doing it here. I don't know, or maybe he is, or maybe he's not. I don't fucking know. But what I do know is that the way he does his marketing is just it's the fast life stuff. You're looking for fast girls too, so whether they're pay for play or not, like I know what places he's talking about too. By the way, these rooftops and all this, like, whatever, man. Let's just keep watching. I don't know.
Experience with this girl that he was dating. I'm playing the audio message from Paul the German right now.
I like it too. Like I asked her, like, do you like sex? Don't you like sex? And she's like, yeah, I like it too, but I want to get pampered in every way, basically. And I already knew what she was like alluding to. And then she like, and I'm like, yeah, what do you mean? And she like, yeah, I actually have like something I wish for, and I wish, and I would love it if someone would give it to me. And I'm like, yeah, what's that? What's that? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want you to think that. And this was all via WhatsApp, basically. So yeah, and I'm like, yeah, if you don't tell me, I can give it to you. And she said like, yeah, I want one of your suitcases, and like one of the suitcases you have, basically. And my suitcases, I don't know if you've seen them, but they are. I have the Removac suitcases, which cost like $1,500 per piece. So
she's asking Paul the German, again, young. I think Paul the German is like 28 years old. Again, I don't know in the editing if we saw a photo of Paul the German up, but take my word for it, no homo, he's a really good looking dude, and he's been hit up for cash. He's being asked for cash. He's not one of old sugar daddies. Speaking of old sugar daddies,
yeah, dude, I tell you that, dude, bro. This is what I'm saying. I guarantee you, they're all meeting these girls either directly at some of these places, or it's all Tinder or whatever, right? And I've effed up and like met some gold diggers too, so I get that, right? But yeah, this is a complete gold digger for sure. She sees your ability to buy stuff or something that you have, and they'll want it, right? So okay, so that's true, but this is exactly what I'm talking about, man. So okay, yeah, I guess he's on the money for that, but let's keep going.
If you stay in Asunción, Paraguay, if you still want to visit, even despite seeing this video, you want to stay as close as possible to two malls. There's Shopping del Sol and Paseo La Galeria. Okay, these are the only two places to stay, the only things that are like areas that are like somewhat popping or happening in Medellín, in Asunción, Paraguay. And what you will see there, remember I said like if Asunción.
Also, I guarantee you that like probably more than half of these girls are single mothers. Guaranteed. It's an epidemic down here for sure, which whatever, some of you guys care or don't care or whatever, but I'm just telling you how it is. Yeah, these girls look fucking hot as hell, but like I've seen a lot of the ones, right, who go to some of these places, and you need to understand why. Because of the last point he just said, a lot of single mothers are gold diggers, right? If they didn't work out with their first guy, they're not going to give you the nice boyfriend girlfriend experience. They're going to jump to immediately what they can get out of you. You know what I mean? So I don't know about this young lady he has on the screen, but I'm just saying in general, you guys will be very, very surprised.
Paraguay was a website to be called hotgirlswithfuckingdorks.com. That's what you will see, right? You will not see any like young, good looking, fit guys with like their pretty girlfriends. No, you'll see hot girls walking alone, or you'll see hot girls with these disgusting, decrepit, looks like they have such little collagen, like their skin is like falling off of their bones. Like they're so old, they probably like nut like dust on these girls. And yeah, you see beautiful girls, because you saw the B-roll of all the girls that we were showing there. I mean, the girls are beautiful. I can't take that away from it. The girls are beautiful, but there's also another problem too with their personalities, which I'll get into in a second. They have some of the worst personalities that I've ever encountered after, I don't know, say 25 to 30 countries, 40 to 80 cities. I don't know. I lost count. A lot of cities, maybe probably close to like 60 cities. But yeah, you see them in there with their old, decrepit, disgusting sugar daddies, and it's fucking gross, bro. It's literally fucking disgusting. And then you wonder why young guys like Paul the German, can maybe smash it a few times and are going to hit up for cash. Why I crush it in many, many locations. And I still got, a lot of dates here. That's why I'm ready to talk about their personalities in a second. Another phenomenon I want to talk about is in our group chat, we have a lot of different.
So actually, I will actually give it to them. A lot of girls will change up on you, right? Yeah, they will. Yeah, man. And again, like I'll give it to them. I'll give it to them there. The world is more and more viral. Instagram is out of fucking control. Dating apps are out of fucking control. Every single one of those girls that you saw on screen has hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of suitors, right? And some can be humbled by that. But if these girls are constantly hanging out at these places and they're not just going for like a birthday or like maybe once or twice a year type stuff, but they're constantly hanging out at these places, oh yeah, they're looking for sugar daddies. They don't give a fuck how young or old you are. You know what I mean? So I actually will agree with him there.
Different guys from different backgrounds. And I'm going to be honest, some of the guys wouldn't have what you would call like the highest SME, the highest sexual market value, but we got a lot of heavy hitters, a lot of guys that did really well. My buddy Steven, we'll put some photos of Steven's Instagram, or like just, like a shot of like all his things. And if Steven gives me permission, we'll put some like pictures of Steven like pulling girls. This is all from Cali. So Steven crushed it in Cali, Colombia. You might be saying, but Steven's not a Giga Chad. Look, dude. He's putting himself in geographically like a good dating market, Cali, Colombia, which I'm not sure if it's still good, but I've heard rumors it's still good. Hey guys, back to the video in about 10 seconds. But first, if you want to get a photo shoot with me that led to amazing results for my buddy Alex, he actually got a hot Brazilian girlfriend within a week of doing his photo shoot with me, then go to my Instagram, RedbeardRants1, and DM me the word photo shoot. All right, back to the video. Okay, we're back from our sponsors. But yeah, I built that profile for Steven. It worked. He crushed it in Cali. Did not do well for him in Asunción. And within our group chat, we have guys from a variety of SMVs and very new to social media. But the point being, I don't mean to call anybody out on a personal level. If you're one of my friends and you're in the group chat, I'm sorry to say this, but guys would take photos of girls they were with, videos, selfies of girls that they were dating. And I was not impressed with anything that I saw in there. Even guys that claim that oh, I live in Asunción and I know how it works here. There's, various guys, that said that. And then they would post girls and I'm like, bro, you're dating a fucking 5, dude. I'm being generous by saying she's a 5.5 maybe. I remember even one time I met up with this guy. He saw me in the gym. He approached me, was like, dude, I love your videos. I can't believe you're here. Let's gatekeep this place. It's so great. I'm like, is it so great? Because I'm kind of wondering. I thought it was great when I got here, but there's been issues with flaking and stuff, which I'll talk about in a second. And then I see this guy later on, and he's obviously a fan of mine. He admires me. He came up to me, and then I see him in front of that mall, Paseo La Galeria, and I noticed he's being really awkward. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just waiting for my girlfriend to get here. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm killing time too. I'll just wait and chill for you for a second, because he was gonna have his girlfriend meet up with him and then get an Uber and go home. I was like, I'm not in any hurry. I'll chat with you for a second. He's like, he was kind of being awkward. And like, everyone was like, well, okay, bro. Like, okay, see you later. Talk to you later, bro. And I started shaking my hand. I'm like, why does this guy like want to get rid of me? Like, didn't he came up to me and admire me? Like, did I say something that like, does he not like me? Cause he's like, oh, nice to meet you, bro. See you later. Kind of like buzz off, like get the fuck out of here. And then I realized when his girlfriend arrived, he didn't want me to see his girlfriend. That's why he was trying to get rid of me. He was embarrassed. He was thoroughly embarrassed when his girlfriend showed up. And like, she wasn't like disgusting or anything. It's just, bro, it's like, you don't go to live in like the Southern Hemisphere at like, you know, the edge of civilization, 14-hour flight from the United States in Asunción, Paraguay for that. Okay. Onto the flaking. 20 years or so.
Oh man. Oh man. There's so much I could say about that. I do believe that story though. I certainly believe that story. You know what I mean? Yeah. And okay, so the thing is, like, what I actually did like Redbeard rants about, right? His channel is you know, he's very aware that, you know, he even says like, you know, he's average looking, above average looking. Like, I'm well aware how the fuck I look too. You know what I mean? And you guys, the thing is, like, this is very red pill shit, right? This is very like, how hot are you? And that's it, right? I go into way more detail when I talk about dating. There are other things that can attract women, right? So can you sing? Can you dance? Can you joke around? How good is your Guarani? Do you have a good sense of humor? You know, how are you navigating in a social setting with others around too? Can she see that others respect you as well? Not like you need to be the top motherfucking person in the room, but I'm just being like, does she sense that other people like your vibe as well? There's so many more things than just showing up and being hot. All right. That's why some of the less better looking guys or some average looking guys sometimes actually pull hotter women. Not all the time, right? But then again, like you said with the German dude, you know, yeah, top chads, yeah, you can pull some straight hotties. But a lot of these hotties, like a lot of like the 10s and shit, some of the 9s on the screen, some of them got some serious issues, man. Believe me. Yeah, so it's and you know, I know he's being harsh because I'm sure that girl actually probably looked decent enough, right? But since he's been in Latin America so long, like, you know, like, you don't need to always date the fucking 9s and 10s, dude. Like I said, a lot of times they come with problems or they have serious issues with oh God, what's the word? With being conceited, right? Because they get all the attention in the world. They never stop getting attention, right? So like sometimes it's nice to date the 6, 7, and maybe even 8. You know, because they're much more pleasant, right? They're a little bit more humble. You know what I mean? So anyways, man, you know, and also he's talking about a very specific area. He keeps talking about the Shopping del Sol and the Pasa de la Galeria, right? It's right smack dab in downtown. Like I said, if you see girls there repeatedly, they're looking for a certain type of guy, right? I live way farther out, right? So I meet more girls who are a little bit local. Now, some of these local girls still got a lot of issues too, right? But they're not all just straight gold diggers. Not like most of them would probably be downtown. Okay? So anyway, let's just say that and keep going.
So who was counting of dating in the United States before I ever moved overseas, and then living overseas in Brazil and Colombia. I have been flaked by beautiful girls, even beautiful girls that I slept with on the first date. But I'm good for like one a year. Once a year, I'm good for a flake of a girl that like, damn, I like that girl, at least maybe the sex. I don't know about the person, but at least I enjoy the sex and I would have liked to see her, but such a shame, even though I like her, she doesn't like me and she's flaking on me. Damn. I think in Brazil, like 2.5 years of living in Brazil, bro, I think that happened to me twice. or once. Like I can't, it's like unheard, it should be unheard of. You're doing something wrong. And Asunción, Paraguay, in about 11 dates I went on in about a span of 2 weeks there. No, sorry, 2 months. 2 months, 11 dates. I think I got flaked on by like 7 of the 11. 7 of the 11 went on a first date with me. And then for some reason, factor or other, like ghosted, maybe like they just ghosted completely. And I thought it was just me. I was kind of starting to doubt myself. I was having a little bit like imposter syndrome. Like, oh, I was supposed to be like this charismatic dating coach and friends with, RSD Tyler, Owen Cook, and I have all these accolades, but like, what's happening to me? Like, am I losing my swagger? Am I losing my charisma? Then in my group chat with my buddies, I realized it was all happening with them. And then I was at this point where kind of like, wait a minute, like, I see a lot of girls dating literal decrepit skeletons here. Like,
that can actually be true too. I'm not even gonna lie. He's actually telling the truth there. But it's because a lot of you guys are dating the same women. Again, you're all in the fucking same area, dating the same women that go to the same places. So, yeah, and you're probably not meeting them authentically. Like, hell, you could even step out to a nightclub like 20 minutes out of the way, and it could be a whole nother group of women that maybe none have dated even one foreigner yet. You know what? That's actually one of the first questions I asked the girl. How many foreigners have you dated before me? If she says 0, that's great. If she says 1, Chilean from fucking 8 years ago, cool, whatever, I don't care. Argentina from whatever. But if she, you know what a big red flag is? If she says, oh yeah, I went on a date with like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Americans. What? You know what I mean? So nah, man, y'all are dating the same women, guaranteed.
Like, I see the most beautiful girls going out with skeletons. My buddy Steven was dating girls that were audacious enough to start asking him straight up for cash. And other friends in the group chat too. My friend Adolfo, whoever, I don't think I can put a photo of Adolfo. I'll see if I can talk Adolfo into it. No homo. Adolfo has the highest SMV of any guy I've ever seen in my life. Again, emphasis on a homo. He's got a 10 out of 10 face, a 10 out of 10 body. He's rich. He's insanely charismatic. In Brazil, when he's in Brazil, he's fluent Portuguese because he is Portuguese. In Spanish, or in the Spanish-speaking countries, his Spanish is still fucking sick. Even Adolfo, the millionaire 30-year-old fitness model, is getting flaked on after first dates. Now, Adolfo is the one guy I would say who did good pretty well, and Adolfo definitely had some girls that I would say, like, he got for free without paying for it, yada, yada, yada. But basically all I'm saying is this. Asunción, Paraguay.
What? Wait, what? Wait, oh, Jesus Christ, dude. I thought that this was legitimate dating. Did you just admit that this is not? That this is Payfurplay? God damn it, I'm so confused now. Are you guys as confused as I am? I thought that... God damn, dude, I was naive. I thought that he was literally talking about real dating, right? Obviously, you pay for dates as a man. But what was that supposed to mean? Let me learn y'all one thing, man. Us YouTubers, well, not me, but like these guys think that the world is way littler than it is, right? For this Adolfo dude, who he seems to have a big old man crush on. There's a lot of those guys down here, right? I know some of them personally, right? And they have a lot of success. And another thing, what he's not mentioning, this is fast environments, fast dating. You're going to the 5-star places, which some of these girls hang out there just to fucking meet some guys who have money. So you're not branching out. You're not giving yourself time. A lot of girls can sense your ability to have a little bit of patience, right? I'm sure that the rich dude is fucking, he looks the part, but I guarantee you some of these girls can sense his lack of patience as well. Again, I don't know for sure. But if that's the case, girls are gonna sense that he just wants me for one night, right? And some girls ain't about that. Even some of the rooftop hanging girls, Anyways, keep it going.
Paraguay has this underground, hidden, massive pay-for-play culture. Massive. Equal as Colombia. That's why I say it's the new Medellín. That's why I say Asunción, Paraguay is the new Medellín. all these girls, like, so don't believe the passport bro rumors that like, oh, Asunción is this great place. Like a lot of like nerds like to go there for like the tax benefits. You will meet some of the dorkiest, dude. No offense, if you're an expat in Paraguay, download everything you can by like RSD Tyler and like, you know, maybe Austin Summers, whatever other XYZ dating coaches, and like learn swagger, because you guys got no fucking swagger. And just to remind you guys, I addressed this in the beginning of the video. I don't mean to be the complainer, the whiner, the negative guy. I know every video, you know, at first I complain about Guadalajara. I always complain about Medellín. Now I'm complaining about how bad of a dating market that Asunción is. First of all, the negative videos do better. Like I talked about earlier, there are amazing dating markets out there, okay? Like let's throw so like editor, go to the Me With Girls fold and just show like me with like stunting on their face with beautiful girls. Clearly, I have cracked the code and I have found places where there's not hookah lounges, there's not a pay-for-play culture. I do really, really well. You have to pay me. You have to stop being a brokey. Again, you have a guy that's lived in Latin America. I've been traveling nonstop for 10 fucking years, but you morons, some of you guys aren't morons. Some of you guys understand like the benefit of coaching and just, you know, having a guide, someone who's been there and can guide you on where, you know, you need to go. But this is not a whiny complaint. And we always talk about there's like, you know, equal value in knowing what not to do, where not to go, than where to go. Now let's talk about some of my experience in Asunción, Paraguay. I did have some success. If I can, I'll throw some videos and some photos of girls that I took on dates. So as you can see, if I decided to do it, yeah, I'll decide to do it. Fuck these hoes. I'll just post some videos of them right now. Okay, so beautiful girls.
This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about, dude. Like, jeez, I can't believe I had that shit out there the whole time. Why was that necessary? Why was that necessary? You know what I mean? I'm like, bruh. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know what's what anymore with these guys. Are they paying? Are they not? This is not dating to me. Okay, whatever. I guess in some way, yes, it is. But like, this ain't like dating to find a wife. This is going the complete way you shouldn't go. Okay, so.
But the personalities, I only found one of two personality types in Asunción, Paraguay. Personality type number one, which I say they're actually about 50-50. No, I say this is about a little bit more common. I say about 60-40. Personality type number one, which is a little bit more common, was no personality whatsoever. You almost want to like shake the ears, like, is there a human being? And it's kind of like, you know, like those new cars, those Waymo cars, where it's just like there's no driver inside. It's like, is there like a human being? Like, are there opinions and thoughts and like sense of humor? Is there any personality going on there? It's just like, you know, hello, like, do you talk? Do you think? Do you have input on anything? They just like don't talk. They have the most whack, you know, personality ever. But at least they're, you know, kind of feminine, I guess. You know, yeah, just very, very feminine, very docile, whatever the word is. Or they have the opposite personality, which is about 40%, which they're insanely combative, and the entire date with them is a shit test. We'll try to find a picture of this girl's
Okay, that first personality type, I know what he's trying to say. Two things I'll say about that. His version of the first personality type. There are a lot of bimbo Barbies, right? There's the girls who just the makeup girls, right? Just the I'm pretty and I don't need to be anything else, right? But at the same time, they do not trust you to even share humor with, because they can sense your vibe that you are aiming for this meal. Let's go dance and let me take you home. So why would they open up? No, seriously though, why would they open up to you? Why would they show you their personality? Because even from the bimbo Barbie types that I've met, I can still get their personality out of them. But then again, I was kind of naive too, thinking that, like, you know, maybe I could have something a little bit more long term until I pull back the layers and the red flags start coming out. So I get that, but it's just two things going on there. Some of them are TikTok brain, especially some of the younger ones in their early 20s, the Instagram babies. Some of them really are TikTok brain, right? But a lot of them, they just don't trust you either, though. or they don't feel comfortable, or they feel comfortable enough going through the motions, but not like not opening up to you in any sort of way. And beyond that, one more thing beyond that, a lot of Paraguayans joke around in Guarani. So like even there's cases where, I don't understand much Guarani, but there's cases where I don't understand the full humor, but I know how to be humorous enough and joke around enough where it's not an issue, right? Okay, let's hear the second personality type.
Video of this girl's butt. I took a quick video of it as she got up for dinner. The best butt, the best hip to waist ratio I've ever seen in my life. I went on a date with this girl, a few days with this girl actually. And, let's say I got some success, let's say, with this girl, actually. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. And bro, the entire night, the entire date with this girl.
Was that necessary, bro? We all knew what the fuck you meant. Okay, bro. Jesus Christ. This is another thing, too, man. Why? You can't just tell a story and just have us believe you, man. All right. Okay, let's just go.
Girl was one long shit test, to the point where I'm just like, why am I arguing with this girl? Like, look, I'm just gonna avoid every type of argument I possibly can. And then in the car, something came about the debate between like wisdom and intelligence. I was like, yeah, they're not the same thing. Like, like a little boy, like a 10, 11, 12-year-old boy, he could be very smart, he could be very intelligent, but he's so young, he lacks wisdom. And then she argued, the first chance she gets, she argues, no, actually, because wisdom is like how you apply your intelligence or something. Like, the little boy could have wisdom. And rather than argue with her, I just kind of like, okay, I like that perspective too, I guess. Interesting. Try to just like change the topic, play neutrality. You know what she said? She goes, you don't have to change your thoughts or opinions on, what you believe in, just to agree with what I say. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to like pistol whip this girl or some shit like that. Like, bitch, you're fucking arguing me. Everything is a shit test. Everything you're fucking challenging me on. And then the one time I try to play Switchel and just like, and I was even like, saying,
bro, really? You got that worked up because of that? Oh my God, dude. Really, dude? Really? You got that worked up because of that? Okay. All right. Let's just keep it going, man.
And you know what? I'm wrong. You're right. I wasn't being like the weak man. You know what, baby? You're right. I was just kind of like, I like that perspective too. Then so you just can't win with this girl. And like little things like I would come.
But I will say where he actually does touch on something pretty true there is that I brought this up too, but simping is a fucking pandemic. So like she is used to guys just agreeing with her or changing their opinions. And, if it were me, I would have been like, no, I think you're wrong. The wisdom comes with age as well. A 4-year-old can't have the same experience as a 40-year-old. So, even though he was probably right in their discussion, I wouldn't have folded. You know what I mean? But then again, is he really looking for a wife? Or is he just looking for a good thing for the day or the week? Right? Me, personally, if a girl is decent enough, right? It doesn't have to be a top fucking model or anything. But if the girl is decent enough, like personality-wise, and it may not work out like in a few months or whatever, I'll consider her for down the line, But girls can sense right off the bat if you just want them for one thing. And yeah, would we all like to maybe capitalize that night or the next time? Sure. But they can sense that inability to calm yourself. So he shouldn't have simped in that moment. That is, yeah, I guess he's saying is shit testing them, but not really. Like shit testing comes way worse in the States, So anyways, let's keep going. Like, I don't consider that a shit test. It's just, she was testing your ideology. She's testing if you're going to challenge her intellectually. That's not a shit test. Shit tests are way worse in the States, Anyways, let's keep going.
Home. Like, hey, you want some water? We're coming after the day. Hey, have a seat. And I gesture for her to sit on the couch. So like, hey, have a seat. I'll get you some water. And I look over and she's like on some chair that's just like floating in my living room. Like, did you see what I did there? You asked me to sit on the couch. You gestured for me to sit on the couch. But guess what I did? I sat on the chair. It's just like, oh my God, like, why does everything have to be some fight or some shit test or just like girls complain like you should shave your beard like all night. They're like, like, bitch, I'm not going to shave my fucking beard. Like, learn to like grown men that have hit puberty and can grow facial hair. Like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Like, I'm not fucking shaving my beard, bitch. It's also part of my fucking branding. And then you'd see weird things like, went back to my group chat, like,
damn, this dude has a foul mouth, man. This dude has a foul mouth, man. I think that YouTube's probably just gonna demonetize this reaction video. Oh my God, dude. But yeah, no, I don't know, man. Your vibes are coming off kind of too goonish, man, to be completely honest, right? And I know what you guys are gonna say. Look at you, Ryan. You're no fucking Chad. How the fuck would you know anything about Paraguay? Well, I've been living here for a year, and not only that, but I've been coming here for 13 years. I have family here. I have I can literally ask women, right? And like, how do y'all feel on a real level about foreigners? And they'll tell me straight up. You know what I mean? The good and the bad, right? So, like, he gets way too mad over some nothing shit. Bro, if I said, hey, te gustaría tomar asiento en el sofá, and she sits right here where I'm sitting, I don't care. Fuck it, I'll just bring her a drink right here, and then then lead her over later and shit if the vibes are right. You know what I mean? Like, damn, man, it's just really weird, man. Okay, yeah, he gets worked up way too easily, man. And this honestly, man, like, I don't know if you're gonna watch this reaction video or not, but kind of comes with your entitlement, dude. I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I know you haven't been in the States for a long time. But this is like, it's you just going back, forth. Let me pop up another one on for my dating coaching stuff. And I know that you're not editing this video. Other guys are editing this for you. But the fact that you even have all this footage, like, bro, you know how many times I could have took a girl out on a date, filmed her walking away out the door to the bathroom and catch all these shots of her curves and all that. I could have done that 12,000 times over too. Okay, not that many times, but you get the picture. That's not what I like to do, though. You know what I mean? I like to respect if they actually want to be on camera, and, because there's a certain ethics that people should have when you do this kind of stuff. Okay, let's keep going.
This girl, Andrea, specifically, like, all of us hit on Andrea at the mall, like, typical Payfurplay girl. My buddy Chris got her number. My buddy Nick was like putting photos or videos like in the group chat about, he's like, getting her to like give him a kiss on the cheek. No one ever banged Andrea. I don't think anybody ever got on a date. She's literally just walking around the mall looking for sugar daddies. Like, these girls, they just roam around the mall, and this is why they flake on this. But if this wasn't clear, the reason why all of us in the group chat, not just myself, are getting flaked on after the first date is because they're like, they want to try out, a gringo for the first time. They're like, oh, a gringo's got money, right? They come here, they must have more money than the local guys. I think like the average salary in Paraguay is like, it's very low. It's a very cheap country. It's like $350 a month or something like that. And they're like, they figure, well, we got to have money, but it's not like over. They don't have like the brazen like ballsiness of like paisas, of girls in Medellín, Antioquia, to just like straight up like ask for, well, I guess Paul the German, sent that audio message. They're getting more brazen now probably, but point being, they are all little hookahs, and I don't give a fuck, Asunción, Paraguay. I don't give a fuck if you guys want to come take down my Instagram and say, he's saying bad things. He's saying most of the girls in Paraguay do Payfurplay. If anybody says differently, if any nerd expat, like, watch, read the comments, some nerd expat like, this Redbeard guy, he doesn't, like, my whole brand is built on the success and showing off and vlogging with all the beautiful girls I get. So he's going to say, this guy's not getting success. Then he's going to say, I did just fine there. You're dating trolls, war pigs, beasts of burden. Okay, you're dating fat chicks. You're dating skinny chicks with no ass, and like, you're not dating hot chicks. The beautiful girls in Asunción, Paraguay are all little fucking hookahs, and I don't give a fuck who knows about it. I don't give a fuck who comes after me in the media. I don't give a fuck if anybody. I'm never going back to that fucking country again. I'm just telling it how it is. You know it's true. I'm not recommending any guys go there for sexual tourism. I'm actually recommending, I'm saying you stay away. So don't try to paint me with that brushing, and don't try that fake ass cancellation tactic.
Bro. Where the hell did this negativity? Okay. He was pretty like balanced until it came to the last minute. What just happened, bro? Did he get burned or something here? Like, what, dude? Okay. So me, I never talk about, you know what I always say? Don't ever talk to me about no Payfurplay. I'm sure I could find out in 3 fucking seconds, but I'm not going to fucking help you guys. And I don't fucking, you certainly won't see no goddamn 20 minutes talking about this shit or other guys doing this shit or where to go or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? And no, I'm not promoting any of this garbage, you know? But damn, dude, he got really hurt. What was that about, dude? Like, okay? Like, and no, he's absolutely wrong. Guys, he hasn't even talked about one other town. He's talking about Paseo La Galeria and Shopping del Sol, which is literally in the heart of New Downtown, which, like I said, all the same fucking girls go there. Right? And no, not every girl's a fucking cave troll outside of these clubs. Are you kidding me? There's beautiful girls walking around in San Lorenzo Market. There's beautiful girls who work at the market, who work at flower shops, who work in salons and hair salons and nail salons. There are beautiful women everywhere in this country. Everywhere in this country. Okay? Just because you know some weirdo expats, that's another thing. I bet you hardly hung out with locals outside of this little tiny little bubble. You know, there's some things I do agree with him on, right? Sometimes you will see hot young women with cave troll men that are very old, like 50, 60. Sometimes you will see that, but that is not even a norm, right? I've been seeing that shit for the last 12, 13 years, right? Hell, it even happens in America, right? So, you know, this guy's getting really bitter at the end here, though. I mean, dude, if you don't want to come to Paraguay, nobody stopped, or no, you know, you don't have to come here. But actually, ironically, I will agree with him. Don't come here for Payfurplay. We don't need to be known as a fucking society for that. And again, it's not legal. You know, it may be permitted in certain places, but it's not legal. You know what I mean? And plus, dude, this whole video is extremely shallow. He's talking about a very specific part of town with a very specific sort of woman, with a very specific sort of group of guys that he's hanging out with a very specific sort of message that he's trying to get you, pointing them to him so he can tell you where all this dating coach said. You know what? I never ever have called myself a dating coach, because that is some goon level shit, man. I don't care how Chad you are. If you call yourself a dating coach, bro, that's some guru shit, man. Have I had dating experiences? Yes. Do I know the ins and outs in datings? Yes. Am I a dating coach? Fuck no. No. Can I help you out and give you some pointers? Sure. But am I a coach in dating? Nah. And I never will claim to be. Right? But I can help you with experiences and then let you know some of the cultural aspects that come with dating women here. Right? But not this kind of shit. And believe me, I met some girls who look just like this and you know, dated some of them and then realized red flags and all that stuff too. So I get it, right? But this is such a shallow video, man. It really is. You know, I have nothing personally against you, Casey, man. I don't like some of your tactics. That's cool. I think you're getting way too fucking heated here at the end. I'm really curious to know, like, why. But, you know, I'm not coming at you that like hard like that. But at the same time, man, it's a shallow message. But all right, let's wrap it up here.
Again. But I digress. You know, there's a lot of good dating markets out there. Asunción, Paraguay is the bad one. I've said this a million times, you know. I just try to...
No, it's not. Not if you're looking for a wife, right? But then again, it takes time. And I tell you expats all the time, you cannot be here for 1-2 weeks and find a wife. I've been here for a year. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm still going through it. And get the fuck off these apps, dude. Get off of Tinder. I know that. I mean, if you have short trips, residency trips here, Tinder's like everything for you guys, or whatever the fuck the other ones are. I get that, right? but get off of them ASAP as soon as humanly possible. Start meeting girls in real life. That you'll have a much better chance. Will it be perfect? No. But then again, don't go out to all these places where the expat bubbles, where they all look at you like some marks. So anyways.
Help you guys out with like the places you should avoid. There's many good dating markets out there. I have amazing, I even had success in Paraguay despite how shitty of a dating market it is. But if you guys want to know the good dating markets, you can contact me on Instagram. My Instagram is RedbeardRants1. That's where you can find me. And if you're not a brokey and you want to benefit from the coaching and wisdom so has been traveling.
I love that. I love how he insults people. And then wants some of these people to come in and then get his services. It's so Trumpian, right? It's like, it's so Andrew Tate-ish, right? You bunch of brokeys. Now come in and subscribe to my program, you bunch of brokeys. It's hilarious, dude. It really is hilarious. Like, whatever, man. Do whatever marketing works for you. But like me personally, I have more empathy for your average man struggling in the States who, I don't know what the fuck his fees are. I'm sure he's charging a pretty penny, right? For his dating coaching services. You know what I mean? But like, Jesus Christ, man. Me, like I like when I do consultations, number one, they're like, whatever you want to talk about, where to live, anything that has to do with Paraguay. If you want to hone in on dating, for sure, we can cover that. For sure. But I'll not be a guru like this dude. The fact that he's insulting men who are in the West who are probably struggling economically, who just want to figure out residency, and maybe one day by God's good grace they can come here and have enough time to meet a woman for real, and not just like the same women that all you are dealing with and pretending like that's the whole dating of Paraguay. No, man. In fact, I need to start interviewing OGs again, older men. Right, I know that our generations are different, women are different, but at the same time, there are some principles that some of these older men have done, stuck with good women, right, and they found happiness down here and wives, and a lot of the times they're the quietest voices, and they're certainly not on the internet calling themselves dating coaches. They're just men who were lucky enough to have families, who found the right woman. Okay. Anyways, let's wrap this up.
Through Latin America for 10 years plus. Send me a message and we can chat. Otherwise, don't come here for the good dating markets because I don't reveal them to you brokies. It's also very, very risky to talk about, certain dating. Like, I'm going to get blowback from this video. 100%. I'm going to get a matrix attack. I may end up in the news in Paraguay for this, message, even though, just to state it clearly again, it's sad. I don't support the pay for play culture. It's there. I don't tell any guys, I'm telling guys to don't go there. I'm just pointing out, look, we as American.
Wait, now you don't support the pay and play culture? Didn't you just say your friend was paying for women? I don't know, dude. I'm so confused. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Let's just go.
We want to go. We want to find true romance, true love, good relationships. The dating in our home country fucking sucks. And I'm just trying to help guys out. And listen, I'm sorry your country is full of hookah lounges. I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell the truth because no one else has the fucking balls to say what I say. And if you want to know the positive side of all the good places to go and escape my angry negativity that I spout here on YouTube and know the good places and see the other side of me when I talk in a different tone, where I'm so happy and relaxed and not screaming and ranting about weird pay for play culture and girls that date fucking dorks for a living, then we can chat. You can find me on Instagram, RedbeardRants1. Like I've stated, there's also a link in the video description. Other than that, subscribe for more angry rants, I guess. All right. Cheers, boys. Asunción.
Well, man. Okay. I just got to get off of this image here. I can't do it. Usually I can just have the image just sitting there, you guys, like every other reaction video, but I just can't do it right now. I can't look at dude. God, I don't even know what to say, man. I pretty much reacted to everything I could, but like, I guess I'll just wrap it up by saying that was a very shallow, hollow look at all of Paraguay. He was focusing on one neighborhood in one city in the gigantic metro area. He was focusing on a very specific type of Instagram baby type woman, a very sort of where they all hang out, where they all date the same guys, or they all try to date the same type of man. Who you know, will there surely be gold diggers outside of that area too? Oh, absolutely as well. Right? There are some double standards when it comes to dating foreigners versus locals as well. They will expect more from you, etc. But there's so many good qualities of dating too, especially when you're comparing it to Western countries, right? And as for every single loud ranting voice like his, there's 5 men who have found a great partner, and they're not doing YouTube about it, right? I know it's a little bit ironic for me, right? Because I've dated multiple women. I haven't worked out with them, but that's because I have, sorry, I'm losing my voice here. I have boundaries, man. I have certain red lines, right? That I don't let certain women cross, and I don't care how beautiful they are, right? Like, you know, and so, you know, when the whole time when he had this little Instagram stuff going on, those are all Instagram girls, dude. You know, and like they were just the same places. You know, I hardly go downtown, man. You know, I live in San Lorenzo. You know, and again, it's not like there's no issues with women here. Are you kidding me? Sometimes there are for sure as well. But you know, the farther you get outside of the city, the more likely it is you are to find a more humble woman, right? And yeah, man, it was yeah. Me personally, I didn't learn a thing from that video. I really didn't learn a thing, to be completely honest, man. And I don't know if you guys want to learn actually how to like date for real, and go watch it. One of my first dating videos. You know what I mean? Again, I'm very well aware of like my physical appearance, what I look like, all that stuff. But I'm talking about like deeper cultural stuff, where you can go, that kind of stuff, or certain phrases to use, to not to use, that kind of thing. You know, not just like whatever that was. You know what I mean? Okay, I know I was highly critical, man. My style is not the same. I don't plan to be no fucking dating coach, and I never will be. I'm a man with dating experience, sure, but like that whole dating coach stuff, dude, it's such a weird market. That's some really weird guys. There's even another guy who he has such a small following, so I'm not even gonna say his name. But he does the weird shit of smacking girls' asses and be like, this is what dating Latinas is like. Oh my God, they're so curvy, you guys. They're so curvy, you guys. I'm just like, bro, duh. You know? And I'm just like, God, it's just it's a fight to the bottom with some of these guys, right? It really is. It's a fight to the bottom, right? Like, how unintelligent can I possibly be? How I mean, you know, it's embarrassing, some of these guys, right? And you know, there's another dude who just popped up in Asunción, Paraguay, and I'm just like, oh god damn, dude, don't bring your fucking Medellín shit here. I was like, oh my god, and you're claiming to be a fucking dating coach? Come on, dude. Oh my god, bro. In fact, I even shared one of his videos with my homies who's like extremely successful dating down here, and he shuts the fuck up about it. And you know, he's a straight fucking Chad looking dude. I was like, imagine paying this dude for dating advice, you know? And again, you know, even when I talk about dating, I talk a lot about my failures as well. You know what I mean? It's a learning experience. It's not, I just show up everywhere and I'm a top Chad. No, let me just give you guys a booklet of somewhere I've dated a couple months in Asunción at the same goddamn restaurants, and then I know everything about dating now. It's like, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Anyways, man, shit, that's all I really have to say. It's God, man, this makes me really actually need to do like a way more in-depth look at like dating and serious dating, you know, even if things don't work out, there's more steps to go through for like serious dating, you know what I mean? So this is a really long reaction video. I know I stopped it a lot, but god damn, man, a few of you shared that video with me, and it said it was extremely negative, and it did take a really negative turn. There were certain aspects of truth. I'll give him that. There are certain aspects of truth to his video, but overall, especially the wrap up, the wrap up message. Well, the one thing I guess I do agree with him is don't come here for Payfurplay. Nobody should come here for Payfurplay. That shit's degenerate as fuck. But the other one is, why are you so negative? You know? And so anyways, man, I'm probably giving this more attention that it needs to get, but you know, Paraguay's my country. I was born here. You guys know my story. I came back here 12 years ago to meet family and to be part of society. And I moved here a year ago, you know, and it's just, the videos like this, I'm just gonna be honest, are kind of a slap in the face for everybody who wants to date like legitimately and not what the fuck he was doing. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. Ran on my best life out of why. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Like, subscribe, share the video. You guys know what it is. You guys are awesome, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.